Hometown Discoveries Las Vegas is a local weekend morning show featuring the people, events, and companies that make Las Vegas the place to live, shop, work, and play. Good morning. Thank you for joining us today. We're at school this weekend, the historic 5th Street School. This is one of the few historic buildings the city didn't implode. The city converted this school into a wonderful art gallery and meeting space. We'll be introducing you to some wonderful people who are serving our community.
The International Association of Working Mothers is a nonprofit organization.
Before we meet these amazing people, let's take a look at what else we have in store for you today. Richard Hanseen helps us find clarity. We'll get a preview of the upcoming Mid-Century Modern Weekend. And our pharmacist checks our blood pressure. Now let's meet Amy Frost, who will tell us about the activities going on here at 5th Street School. We're here with Courtney Pepper and Amy Frost with the Nonprofit Sector Foundation. Courtney, tell us what goes on here with the foundation.
Well, the Nonprofit Sector Foundation has been offering a space for networking events since 2009 in Clark County, Nevada. So when you come here, actually before you even get here, Amy has this great process that we use, and you set your intention for the time that you're going to be here, because we believe that if you set an intention, it's more likely for it to happen than for it not to happen. And then when you get here, you're encouraged to talk to the people that you have set that intention with. You put your name on the board, your business card on the board, have light refreshments. There's a tea sampling, and we're also going to honor women. Amy will talk more about that. And then you fill out an exit form and you leave.
So basically, you're a matchmaker for the community.
There you go. Yes.
For nonprofits and for people who want to get involved?
Absolutely. Nonprofits and for-profits, because we found over the last 3 or 4 years that there's a lot of for-profit and philanthropist people that want to help but just don't know where to go. So we're that matchmaker, like you said, to help bring them all together.
Nice, kind of a bridge. So we have a special event tonight that I know you've worked really hard, Amy, to put together. And so tell us what this event is all about.
Well, it started out, I was reading the Oprah magazine, and there was a contest from Crocs Cares, the shoe people, in Oprah magazine, and they wanted to find 100 women to give out 100 pairs of Crocs shoes through a charity. And so I got this crazy idea that I would give to 100 women 100 causes. And I called Courtney and I said, because it's not my organization. And I said, what do you think? She said, if you're the project manager, yes, go. And so I had to do 500 words. And so I had to come up with the description of it. And then we won. And then we had a week and a half to pick all the women, to do all the nominations, get their shoe sizes. So yeah, it's really being a lot of work, but a lot of fun. And we're really excited to honor these women at this event tonight.
And so how many people are you expecting tonight?
We have 150 RSVPs. And who knows how many will show up.
Very nice. Yeah, the way this town is we'll probably get 200 people here.
Well, could be. Very well. And we're ready. Or at least, we're as ready as we're going to be.
Very cool. And so tell us more about the Nonprofit Sector Foundation and about you. Why this organization?
Oh, for me, I get to help lots and lots of people. The point I'm at in my life is I've been in the trenches doing hospice work, doing all kinds of volunteering work, doing all kinds of service, and now it's about me helping people who do service work. And so that's one thing that I'm very excited about is how can I help ignite people to step up and do something that they're really passionate about. And so we know that there are so many people in the community who want to help, but they don't know how and they don't know what to do. And so we help them, whatever their gifts and talents are, to find an organization that needs that support, $1 an hour, whatever it is they have to share. And people are stepping up, and it's very, very exciting for me. And if I get everybody to step up and just do a little bit, we really make a difference in this community.
We certainly can.
We are.
So, Courtney, how did you get involved with the Nonprofit Sector Foundation?
Well, actually, I've been working in nonprofit management for over 15 years, and the idea just came to me in prayer. Actually, to be honest, and God pretty much said, "Here's what you need to do: make this foundation, and allow it to serve multiple causes at once. So, being able to benefit multiple charities with one gift or one volunteer." Or one service hour. And I'm very passionate about nonprofit management. I believe that nonprofits kind of get a bum rap. They don't operate like a corporation, like a business, and they kind of operate on the fly. People are paying for things out of their pocket. And they're actually a corporation registered with the IRS as a charity, but they're actually a corporation and business just like your business or the business down the street. And I'm very passionate about helping nonprofits recognize that fact, get their paperwork in order, and really be able to focus on the mission and purpose that they were put here for. And a lot of the larger nonprofits kind of have that down. Like the United Ways, American Heart Association, they're very much business focused. But the small to mid-sized nonprofit, they're really struggling right now, and that's who we target. The small to mid-sized nonprofit, I'd say $1 million and below in revenue annually. And that's how I got into it.
That's great. So how long have you been in Las Vegas?
Maybe 24 hours. Yeah, I got here yesterday. Yeah, I'll be leaving tomorrow.
Wow.
California.
I didn't realize that you came in from California to help out.
I live in California, and Amy and I have been friends for over 15 years. And she used to live in California, and we did nonprofit management work together there in the Inland Empire, and she moved out to Vegas, 8 years ago?
Yeah. And so for us, we're a national organization, the foundation, but our focus right now is really a lot in Vegas and some in Southern California, but we've really been called to help with Vegas. We really feel like we can really make a difference here much easier, and so that's where we feel the calling has come from us. So Courtney and I talk every day, and we and for the world's so virtual now that you can do that, and then for events and that, she comes out for that.
And so if someone in the audience is inspired today to get involved, what do you recommend they do?
If someone is interested and they are inspired by us today, we'd like them to visit our website. It's easy to remember our name, nonprofitsectorfoundation.org.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Courtney. Thank you, Amy. I'm glad to have you back again. Want more hometown discoveries? Check out our Facebook page and hit the like button. We'll be posting behind-the-scenes photos and comments that we want to share with you. Does enjoying an income stream for the rest of your life seem like an elusive dream? Then you'll want to hear from our local wealth-building expert, Richard Hanseen.
Well, there's a coaching group called the Strategic Coach. It's done by Dan Sullivan. And I was a coaching student of his for 3 years. And through that process, the whole thing is trying to identify who you are and separate you or identify you as compared to everybody else. And so there'll be 50 people in a class, say they're all advisors of some kind. And when you go through the process, you'll end up defining out who you are, not who everybody else is. One of the biggest things that came up for me is, first of all, I'm a quick start, which means I'll say yes to anything, we'll figure it out later. Okay, that's one defining characteristic. And the other is compassion, and that's real high on my scoring levels, probably because of the situation my mother went through when my stepfather passed away and her financial affairs. We talked a little bit about clarity, confidence, and comfort, and that is that's what I call the process that we developed. And so we're trying to clarify for you what your financial objectives are, your goals and objectives. We're trying to develop strategies that will enable you to meet them. And if we are able to do all of that, you get to sleep at night, and that's called comfort. I had I have a client who is a well-to-do client. And when we went through this process with her, what we came up with is that her goals and objectives are to maintain her family and live the lifestyle that she's tried to maintain, and she's also very involved in the community. So her goals and objectives are to maintain her family, stay involved in the community and be a value add to it, and do some travel and live a lifestyle that she's accustomed to. We found out that her dangers were she's spending too much money. And she needs to come to grips with the idea that a ratcheted down lifestyle for her still be a very, very, very nice lifestyle. But we cannot continue to give away the principle that we use to earn interest to take care of a lifestyle. The other thing that was very important is her health wasn't quite what she wanted. So that danger was running out of money, and our health is not good. If my health gets worse, no matter how much money I have, I'm not going to be able to enjoy that lifestyle. So as we went through that, the opportunities she has are to stay in the community, to continue to work with her physicians and her personal trainer to increase her health, increase her monetary wealth, and continue to maintain her position in the community. All of those things together give her put a smile on her face and make her very comfortable. As far as financial planning is concerned, you really need to get with someone, and you're welcome to call me. My first visit is free, to sit down and discuss the possibilities of working with someone to help you with your financial plan. I kind of view the process like dating. We have the first date and we decide if we want to go out on the second date. So it can be a little stressful in the beginning, or it can lead to something that's more valuable into the second meeting. Again, there's no charge for that. I'd love to meet anyone who's interested in protecting their financial future, and we can have a discussion with absolutely no expectations on my part.
Have you wondered how a city like ours that is rich with so much history could just blow up its old buildings? If you've thought nothing built mid-century was still standing, think again. There are so many mid-century modern homes here, we spend a whole weekend celebrating. Organizers of the upcoming Mid-Century Modern Home Tour share details about the weekend of festivities you won't want to miss.
I'm Caroline Muse Grant, co-founder of the Architectural and Decorative Arts Society, otherwise known as ADAS. We are pleased to host our third annual Mid-Century Modern Weekend, October 26, 27, and 28, celebrating mid-century architecture and lifestyle. Our events include a Friday night sock hop with live music, fashions, and great fun. On Saturday, we'll have a symposium with experts on design and lifestyle. And on Sunday, we conclude with a 4-hour double-decker bus tour of the iconic mid-century neighborhoods here in our great city. For more information, visit our website at www.adas-lv.com, or you can contact me directly at creativemuse@cox.net.
What's your favorite Las Vegas discovery? Follow us and tweet with us at HometownD. Here's Jamie Donaldson, our local pharmacist, with some life-saving advice about our blood pressure.
Thank you so much for tuning in to Hometown Discoveries. I had a question come in over our website about which is the best blood pressure monitor to purchase. Before I give my recommendation on that monitor, let me tell you a little bit about blood pressure. Blood pressure is composed of two numbers. You have the upper number, which is the systolic pressure, and that is the number that is actually measuring the pressure that the heart exerts on blood vessels when the heart beats. Your second number, or the bottom number, is the diastolic number. That number is the resting heart pressure on the blood vessels. So we want those numbers, as you can see, those numbers can be very important. The mean number is what we want to strive for, and that number is 120/80. the systolic over the diastolic. So 120 over 80. If those numbers are below those numbers or above those numbers, then you have a risk of either low blood pressure or high blood pressure. And you should discuss this with your physician. I always recommend that patients, if they're having trouble remembering those numbers, just pay attention to that bottom number. The bottom number should be 80, and this is the resting pressure. And so if that number gets into the 90s, you really need to make an appointment with your physician, and because we really need to get that number down. Now, the blood pressure monitors, there's basically two monitors available. We have a monitor here that's an older monitor. It has the cuff, and this monitor is a nice monitor, but the problem with this monitor is you have to position this cuff in such a way that it will read the blood pressure, and it has to be positioned up here on the upper arm. And if the cuff is not positioned properly, you're going to get a lot of error messages, and you're going to get a lot of false readings. And plus, this cuff is hard to get on unless you have someone helping you. So these are older monitors. They're just a little bit harder to use. My preferred monitor is the wrist monitor. Wrist monitors are very nice. You just slide it onto your wrist, approximately this location, attach it to Velcro, press the button, and it takes the reading. As you can see, it'd be very easy for one person to use this monitor. You get very few error messages with it, and it's fairly accurate. So I would probably recommend if you're by yourself or you want to take your blood pressure by yourself, I think the wrist monitor is the preferred monitor to use. Another thing is a good idea is after you purchase your monitor, take it to your doctor's office with you. After the nurse takes your blood pressure, you take yours with your monitor, and you can kind of compare to see the difference between your monitor and what the doctor has. So I think the wrist monitor would be the better choice. Again, I want to thank you for tuning in this morning. Again, I want to remind you, your health is priceless.
If you have a question for one of our experts, you can contact us on our website at hometowndiscoveries.com. Joanne Luchette, Interiors by Designer Studio, shows us how to update our home furnishings with a natural style.
It's really a combination of obviously natural ingredients. We have some wave panels, which I think are very fun. They can be hung either as we have put them behind nightstands, but they could be a headboard, they could be a lot of different
Now, what
things.
are those made out of?
That is a woven reed.
Okay.
And just for interest, these particular lamps that we have here are slate, and they are actually geared to go inside as well as outside.
Oh my God, are they very heavy?
Fairly heavy.
Okay.
Yeah, because we have some winds here in Las
I was
Vegas.
just going to say, think
want
about
to make
that.
sure it
Yep.
doesn't float around.
Absolutely.
You'll see also over the headboard is a round. It happens to be 48 inches round. I think it's a wonderful piece that can hang over the headboard, over a sofa, whatever. And we introduced this with more of a transitional piece of furniture, so we don't go too much over the top.
Right.
But we have enough of the natural elements.
I really like that round one.
Isn't that fun? Yeah, it is fun, isn't it?
Very unusual. I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah, well, we do try very hard to bring things in that are not so normal.
I like that.
Sometimes a little bit more out of the box is good.
I like that a lot. I really do.
Now, also what could be interesting in this particular element would be a skin, because it kind of works with the natural feeling of what's going on. I like it because we just brought in a collection of very unusual cowhides that this is probably more of a normal thing, but we do have some things that I think are just really spectacular.
Now, is that cowhide also?
That is a cowhide,
Oh
yes
my
it is.
God. What a fun place.
Well, thank you.
I like it.
If you'd like to have a little fun browsing the showroom, just stop by so we can help you create the right look for your home.
the people we are meeting at the event here prove beyond a doubt that Las Vegas has a heart. We're here with Gina Robison-Billups of the International Association for Working Mothers, and she also is running the Women's Money Conference. Gina, tell us a little bit about this organization.
Well, the International Association of Working Mothers is a nonprofit organization, but it's international in scope, and we partner with organizations around the world to have a global impact and voice for working mothers. And we partner with organizations right here in local Las Vegas to organizations in New York, New Orleans, England, and around the world. We're also very program driven, so we promote our partner organizations' programming, but we also have two programs of our own, and that's the Women's Money Council and the National Association for Moms in Business.
And so, in the interest of time, you and I work together on the Women's Money Council and Women's Money Conferences. So tell our audience a little bit about that. That was so impressive.
Well, the Women's Money Conference is a unique, one-of-a-kind conference and program. It's never been done in the United States. I'm really excited to be able to pilot the program in Las Vegas and Reno. And what it is, it's a way for women to really understand and embrace their personal finances and make personal finances fun and exciting and engaging, and still being able to reach your goals, be held accountable, have a support system, but having money be fun and not threatening. I always ask people, when was the last time managing your money was an exciting and fun experience? And I still have never met anybody who said, oh yeah, me. So
no, I still get anxiety attacks every time I balance my checkbook.
Yes, exactly. And it doesn't need to be that way. And women are really smart with money. They just don't always know it. So we really help them find out how to use money, how to curb their spending, fix their debt, pay off their debt, fix their credit, and then move into investing concepts that are really easy to understand and easy to implement. And everyone has a support network of women like themselves, or even financial counselors that are there to help, and no sales whatsoever. This is not a sales pitch.
So if someone wanted to connect with a group, how would they reach out to you?
Well, it's really simple. Membership is free. You go to womensmoney.org and you sign up for membership, and then you fill out an extra little contact form that you want to get matched up with a mentor that suits your needs. And we do the rest. We contact you and set you up with a mentor and get you in the program. And we also offer scholarships for our conference. So if you can't afford, if you're really having money struggles, don't worry, you don't need money to be in this program. We're here to help you find the money.
That's great. Thank you so much for stopping by. I know you've got a lot of people to see at this event, and congratulations. I think you're being honored tonight.
Yes, I am. Thank you. It should be fun. I'm looking forward to the Crocs. Thanks.
You're welcome. Previously on Hometown Discoveries, you heard from Branch Whitney, local author and hiking expert. You can see all our past programs on YouTube. You can even subscribe to our channel, youtube.com/Hometown Discoveries. I'm here with Darcy Neighbors, Executive Director with DJs for PJs. I know it's a little noisy here at the event, and it's going to get even noisier, but I just had to sit down with Darcy. Darcy, this is such a great nonprofit that you started. Tell us a little bit about how you got it started.
Wow, it goes all the way back to 2003, Debbie. I was in the leadership class of 2003, and we had to do a homework project for Child Haven. I was in the 2 to 4-year-old classroom, and I was moved by these little kids that had no place, their parents had abused and neglected them physically, mentally, emotionally. And I went to the director at the end of the 2-hour program that I helped with, and she goes, this community has been so good to us, but we need one thing. She goes, we need pajamas desperately. I went home that night, called my mom, who lives in the valley, and I said, Mom, let me tell you what happened today. I broke down crying, and she said, Darcy, with all your media contacts, you should do something like DJs for PJs. And I said, that's it, Mom. So I took the idea back to my leadership class. They all thought I was absolutely crazy. So we figured, okay, let's just put this out one day in April, which was Child Abuse Neglection Month. And so we said, let's just do this. And the first year we did it, we had 3,000 pairs of pajamas brought out.
3,000 the first year?
The very first year. It was absolutely amazing. We did it up at Boca Park. We had one location. And over the years, the leadership class committed to do this for 10 years as our class project, which we just celebrated our 10th anniversary last year. So we've raised over 72,000 pairs of pajamas, not for just Child Haven now, but for 18 different charities in the Valley.
Wow, that's amazing. And you even get the radio disc jockeys, that's the DJs, you even get them to put on pajamas for the day.
That's the big fun of it, is we partner with Beasley Broadcasting Group. They bring out all of their DJs. We have 4 different locations throughout the Valley. We set up beds the day of the event in April, and they come out in their pajamas and broadcast live. And we ask for people to drop off their pajamas or cash. And it's really moving because we have little kids that bring their piggy banks and dump their money out on the table, or walk up with one little pair. Or we have grandmothers that bring one pair, and we have corporations that bring bags full. So it's really just a diverse group. And over the years, we've developed these little bunny trails that people have gone off on. We've got little groups, in Sun Cities that are having little craft fairs and dances to raise pajamas that they bring out at the event. It's a really warm-hearted type of an event that anyone can get involved in.
That's very exciting. Now, I've been in your office when boxes of pajamas have arrived, even when you weren't doing the event in April.
Yeah, it's been pretty amazing. We have people that are, partners of ours throughout the year that, might have a cash donation that stops by, or we have them just bring boxes. And we have a company called Crazy for Bargains that anything that they don't sell, it's an online company, they send everything to us. And we just get these surprises, and they come in just huge boxes and they're beyond pajamas. We get slippers and robes and all kinds of stuff. It's really exciting.
Well, I think the program is about to get started. Thank you so much, Darcy, and congratulations on the success of this wonderful nonprofit.
Thank you so much, Debbie, and thanks to the Valley for all your support.
Our time is up, but we have so many more things to share with you, so we'll be right back here tomorrow. In Sunday's episode, we'll talk with Linda Ward, our mortgage expert. Joanne Lucia has another design style to share with us. And of course, we have so much more. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you tomorrow morning right here on KTUD Vegas TV. Join us for the best ideas on living, learning, working, and playing in Las Vegas.